basically a 5'8" chubby Mexican that was launching myself into people, and then I'm like, why is he reversing? Amy said Mersh ain't short. I'm kind of short. I mean, I'm 5'10" and a half. If we're being very, very like down to the wire about it, I'm like 5'10" and a half, which is not tall, but it's not short. You know what I mean? I'm right there. I should have been taller. My dad was tall, but I did a lot of all those things that you're supposed to not do as a kid that stunts your growth. You know what I mean? I smoked. I drank coffee. I did all those things that they tell you not to do. And if I worked out and I trained and I played more, like, you know what I mean? There's things you can do in life to grow fat. You know what I mean? But I just was a lazy fat fuck. So, but I'm 5'10" and a half. I'm one of those where I'm not tall enough for you to have like athlete kids with me. But if you're like an athlete and you wanted to have kids with me, I'm not so short that I should fuck the genes up too bad either. So it's not short, but it's not tall. Exactly, Clyde. Look, I'll put it this way, right? I've never been the tall dude that a chick's like, ooh. But I've never been a guy in a room looking around and going, holy shit, I'm the shortest guy in this room. That's, like, you know what I mean? When you're like, you know what I mean? When you're like 5'4", like whatever, but like Rogan or Shapiro, that's, you know, or like, you know, fucking Dave Portnoy, you know what I mean? A lot of those people, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never been in a room and been like, oh my God, I'm the smallest guy in here. So. You have genes for phenotypes you aren't displaying, so you never know, bro. No, you're right. I mean, there are things that are useful about it. Like, I could, if I married a chick, like, if I married a chick that was like a real athlete, I could, like, I have one thing that I'm good for, and that's I got a fairly good ruggedness to me as far as I can take a beating. I can take a beating, and knock on wood, I've never really majorly broken a bone other than my nose. So, yeah. By the way, I think everybody's right. I think little man's horny. Yeah, I know you're horny. I'm sorry, pal. I'm sorry that you're horny. Christ. Mersh, you trying to get hooked up with a muscly lady or what? No, I didn't say muscly necessarily. You could be athletic and not be a goddamn monster. Anything up to like a Jade Cargill. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's move on. We got stuff tonight. Let's talk about shit. I'm not going to just ramble all night. By the way, before we even get into, I'm going to play a clip from our InfoWars appearance. Real quick, and I'm not meaning to get sidetracked here. I wasn't even planning on bringing this up, but this showed up in my producer's old Twitter feed that I still use to track Twitter, even though I can't post or do anything. We could agree, right? There's like absolutely nothing sexy about Ronda Rousey, right? Look at those fucking hips, or lack of hips. Like, Ronda Rousey is shaped like a 2x4. Ronda Rousey, her only role in professional wrestling should be being carried around by Hacksaw Jim Duggan as he goes, oh! Bro, she has no hip. I've never seen a human being who is shaped like an exclamation point. Jesus Christ, Rhonda. Anyway, I wasn't even going to